In its early days, motorcycling in the UK was considered a hobby for the privileged and well-off. Machines were expensive to buy and maintain, and few working people could afford what, in those days, were more of a plaything than any serious form of transportation. Following World War II, and as the country started to recover from the ravages of that prolonged conflict, wages for skilled workers were finally on the rise. For the first time in years, families were able to afford a few luxuries beyond just the necessities. Even though the economy was slowly improving, there was still a shortage of such things as steel and fuel, and this led to a need for new forms of inexpensive transportation. For many, this meant a motorcycle, and this new demand helped usher in a golden age for British motorcycle manufacturers. By the late 1950s and early 60s, the rise of youth culture became a driving force in Britain. The first wave of baby boomers, those born immediately after the war, were now coming of age in record numbers. Defined by their passion for fast motorcycles and the guitar-driven sounds of early rock music by the likes of Chuck Berry, Gene Vincent, and Eddie Cochran, the rockers soon became synonymous with that time period. Racing from cafe to cafe on the arterial roads ringing the country's larger centers, the legend of the cafe racer was born. Astride such famous marks of the day including Royal Enfield, Triumph, BSA, and Norton, legions of boy racers sought to escape the drudgery of everyday life by chasing after the magical 100-mile-per-hour mark. Like each generation before them, the rockers adopted a style of dress to ensure they stood out from other groups. In sharp contrast to their scooter-riding, tailored suit-wearing arch-rivals, the Mods, the rockers chose heavy leather jackets, jeans, and black engineer boots as their uniform. Jackets were typically adorned with patches and other accessories to further personalize their attire. Today, only one of the manufacturers so revered by the original rockers can boast an uninterrupted record of motorcycle production. Royal Enfield motorcycles may now include modern amenities such as electronic fuel injection and disc brakes, but the spirit of those times is still captured by the Royal Enfield Classic 500 and the purpose-built Continental GT Cafe Racer. Old Vintage Cranks in Acton is Southern Ontario's Royal Enfield headquarters. We've been selling and servicing Royal Enfields for over a decade, and no one knows more about these fantastic modern retro machines than the experts at OVC. Come in today to see the full line of Royal Enfield motorcycles, including the Bullet and Classic 500 models, as well as the exciting GT Continental Cafe Racer. For more information, call us at 519-853-9269 or email us at oldvintagecranks@gmail.com. You can also visit us online at oldvintagecranks.ca.